Hello and welcome to Food for Thought. My name is Mark Lockridge and I'm the pastor of New Life Fellowship in Letterkenny and the Reformed Presbyterian Church in Milford. It's good to have you with us. This Friday, on the 8th of March, we are being asked to alter the constitution of our country. It seems that there has been relatively little chat about this, as if the government is hoping that this will be seen as some sort of minor upgrade to the constitution, perhaps to be passed without any real fuss. A bit like one of those software upgrades that you click without a moment's thought. But what if, like some upgrades, you realise too late that you've lost vital functionality which you previously enjoyed the benefits of? The problem with the proposed changes to the Constitution is that they're designed to reflect where we're at as a society without ever asking, is it good that we are at where we are at? Essentially, the proposed changes alter the basic building block of society, the family, and the glue that has defined the family, marriage. They also remove the state's obligation to ensure that undue pressure is not placed on mums to get back out into the workplace, but that they are supported to pour themselves into caring for their children. And in some ways I find this strange because this comes at a time when secular writers like the feminist Louise Perry are writing about the incredible importance of marriage and the role of the mother in the formation of children. In her book, The Case Against the Sexual Revolution, having described the mess that we've got into as a society, she says, "We need a technology that discourages short-termism in male sexual behaviour, protects the economic interests of mothers, and creates a stable environment for the raising of children. We do already have such a technology," she says, "even if it's old, clunky, and prone to periodic failure. It's called monogamous marriage." And then she goes on to say that while it may be relatively unusual, it's also spectacularly successful. When monogamy is imposed in a society, it tends to become richer. It has lower rates of both child abuse and domestic violence. Crime rates fall, which encourages economic development. Who wouldn't want to live in a society like that? All of this comes as no surprise to me, for marriage is God's design and gift. And He's good and wise. Because He's good and wise, He must have good and wise reasons, which are for the benefit of the individual and for society. So why should we keep the references to marriage and the mother's role in the Constitution? Let me just give you two reasons. First of all, for the best flourishing of children. God has uniquely made a mother to be bonded with her child. Prenatal and postnatal studies show this, and don't we talk all the time about the Irish mammy and how important she is and the role that she plays? Well, where does that come from? Well, this maternal bond deserves as much recognition and protection as possible. We should be supporting mothers to invest themselves in raising their children, recognising that this is good for children and good for society. And furthermore, God designed for children to be raised within a loving, secure environment. That's what marriage is intended to be, and marriage in general does a better job of providing that. In fact, studies show that the incidence of something as terrible as child abuse is up to 33 times higher for children not with their married parents. So we owe it to children to promote and protect marriage as much as we can. But secondly, for order in society. Again, studies demonstrate that there's a link between the breakdown of the family unit, as based on marriage, and the destabilisation of society. For example, young men are 1.5 times more likely to be out of school and not working if their parents are not married. There's also a 3-fold increase in criminality. So we ask the question, does marriage matter? And the answer is deeply so. Of course, just because people are married doesn't mean they're happily married. Or does it mean their children are all well balanced? And of course, many single parents and unmarried couples do a great job of raising their children, yet the commitments of marriage and the environment it creates have proven to be for society's best. It will be to Ireland's great loss if we move further away from God's design rather than seeking to move closer to it. So let me urge you to reject these proposals, not because you don't care, but because you deeply care for the welfare of Irish society and the children of Ireland. Psalm 127 reads, "Unless the Lord builds the house," and we can even think of the nation, "the builders labour in vain." So let's follow God's ways so that all we're doing is not in vain. Thanks for listening. And remember, if you have any comments or questions, you can reach me at mark@newlifefellowship.ie. Till next time, bye for now.